Hi, welcome to my living room and my blue couch where I spend most of my time because I work from home. I want to let you guys in on a little secret. I am heavily procrastinating on homework right now. You may be thinking, homework? Yep, it's true. I'm going back to school in September and I have a couple of courses that are due before the start of school. One of those is math. But it's a tale as old as time. I am busying myself with just about anything else I can possibly think of. And today, I had a really, really good idea. I'm gonna restore this dresser. So this dresser is actually not mine. It is my partner Nate's. There are water stains all over the top. The hardware is falling off. I don't think that there's hardware on this drawer on the other side. I don't really know. I can't really see it. And it is in horrible condition. This thing needs a little bit of TLC. It's actually quite a beautiful piece of furniture. It's solid wood. And although I've never done anything like this, I do believe that I can breathe some life into this dresser that houses all of my art supplies. Shockingly enough, I don't actually own all of the things that are required to start this project. So I need to go to Ace Hardware and get some shit in order. Let's go. Okay, I couldn't find an Ace Hardware, but I found something eerily similar. Anyways, I also put my pearls on so that they would think that I know absolutely nothing. But little do they know, I watched a YouTube video and I made a list. Let me show you what I got. Also, it's kind of come to my attention that buying stuff to restore the dresser is probably going to be more expensive than like just buying a whole new dresser, but it's for sentimental value. Multi-purpose shop towels, a 50-foot long extension cord, 2 kinds of wood stain. What could she possibly be doing with 2 wood stains? Wait, here's the second wood stain. One of these was a finishing. This is a wood finish. Wood stain, wood stain, wood finish. A respirator mask, about a million different kinds of sandpaper at different grits, wood putty, and another little sandpaper block, and some gloves and a brush. Boring. All right, let's get down to business. So I'm just getting into it already. Oh God, ow. Just taking off this hardware that's on the dresser that I'm going to be replacing. I'd like to say that the hard part is done already because it was kind of a project getting this thing out of the house and down the stairs. It's always a project getting anything down those stairs, but unfortunately for me, I think that it's just starting because I have done 0% of the sanding. I'm sad about this hardware though. It is cute. It's just not my style really, and a lot of it's damaged, so I don't really know where this is going to end up. And just like that, all of the hardware is gone, except for this little keyhole. I don't know if that's visible to you, the little keyhole, which I think I'm just gonna have to hand sand around because I don't think it's an option to take this out. So this is ridiculous, but I had to buy a 50-foot long power cord because there are no outlets in our backyard, so I'm having to track the power source from our living room. All right. Okay, ideally I'll start with the 100 grit sanding disc, but I don't know if this is gonna fit. No, that'll work. I'll put you guys on mute for this next part. Loop earplugs, sponsor me. Okay, so, hi, I'm right here. Just a little bit out of frame. I'm just hand sanding right now. The 100 grit little spheres that I purchased that I was like, I'm not sure about. They keep flying off of my sander and it's frustrating because I have 3 drawers to get through still. Luckily, I have found that this dresser was like begging for someone to sand it. Like it's sanding so easily. Like the wood is very soft. That being said, I am going to die of heat exhaustion. I'm sweating from every pore in my body. It is so hot, even in the shade. Anyway, just wanted to hop on here and make you guys feel bad for me. My sander's not working and I'm hot. I was contemplating whether or not I should do like the inside of these like drawer holds, and I don't think I'm going to. It's gonna look a little bit unfinished. Also, look at my mask. There's so much makeup in it. I'll check in with you guys in a little bit, like after I start doing the stain on, because you pretty much know what I'm up to right now. I'm sanding the fucking dresser, okay? I'll check in with you guys in a second. So now I'm gonna go in with this Quickwood epoxy putty and plug up these holes from the previous hardware. The last time I did this was a couple of years ago and I hated it. I think that the product was dried up and it looked terrible. It was actually with this dresser that I painted. That's my only experience with wood epoxy. So we're trying it again. Yeah, this is already way softer. Okay, what am I supposed to do? Wear gloves, remove putty, oops. Okay, I'm supposed to wear gloves. So I'm supposed to take a chunk of this and squish it in my fingers until it's, oh my God, I don't care about doing this. Ugh. You guys, Ariana Grande's new album just came out like last night. I think it's the best music she's ever put out and I'm like a super fan. Unbelievable work, Ari and Co. I am obsessed. And my favorite song is the last one. I think it's called like Nowhere, No One. I cried in Fred Meyer. I cried like a baby. It is incredible. I think it's seriously some of her best work and she's like the best pop artist in the world. So if that gives you any indication of what we're working with here. Okay, I'm having the worst time of my life. Also, these gloves are making everything very difficult. Wow, that looks so bad. Okay. Wait, I'm supposed to let this fully cure before I sand it. Okay, if I'm sanding it, I might just like leave it messy. Yeah. Friday night, you guys. What is everybody up to? I have to go for a run, but then I want to go get a martini. Like, it's not criminal if I leave it like this, right? Because I'm going to be sanding it tomorrow. It looks like shit, but it's not a crime. Like, no one's going to take me to jail because of it. And if it doesn't work, I guess that would suck. Hello, I'm back. It's 2 days later. We had a little bit of an unexpected rain situation happen yesterday, unfortunately. So I am dealing with some like new water stains, which is like a total rookie move of me. I just left this thing outside. It's August, you know, I thought that it was gonna be fine. Shouldn't have assumed anything. You know, it's not anything too crazy. I do have to go over this more. So I was planning on sanding anyway, and I think that these are pretty surface level, so it shouldn't be an issue to get these out. But yeah, I have the drawers to do, so let's get into that. Little Latin boy in drag, why are you crying? How do people do a good job at this? Because I see a lot of texture in this wood still, and truthfully, I don't know if I have the spirit in me to keep going, especially like this front part. Like getting the sander down like the front of the dresser on these like is really difficult. So I'm kind of just going in with my hands. I don't think it's a bad thing. Honestly, I'm not striving for perfection here. I don't know, you guys. I think I might be like really lazy with this and just kind of stain where I can see when the dresser is closed. Is that the worst thing? I don't know. This is my first time doing this. I think I'm just gonna leave it. Also, if you guys were wondering, the wood fill sanded out really nicely. So it's really smooth right here. Oh, I need to do this. I need to go in with the keyhole. Okay, so I'm officially moving on to the stain. I have my little stain right here. Also, Nate is out here.
Hi, everyone.
Don't even correct my mic holding right now. I swear to God. I've said this a million times already. My project is not perfect. I never thought it was gonna be perfect. So I am moving ahead in my steps with an imperfect piece of furniture. And I'm feeling really good about it. So, good to know. I'm gonna put my mask on. I just realized that this is gonna give me cancer. Okay, so I got the first layer of stain on the dresser and I'm going to let that dry for a moment. I'm seeing some imperfections. Hold on. Okay, geez. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry for a moment before I consider putting on a second layer of stain. But I want to introduce you guys to the most exciting part of this project. Also going to be the hardest part of this project, I think. I want to do a dual stain situation, as I said before. And what I want to do is put little star details around where the knobs are going to lay. So if you can imagine, I'm going to do a darker stain in the shape of a star right about here, and then the knob is going to be in the center. And what I was thinking is that I'm going to try to cut out a couple star shapes in just like regular paper first, just to see what I like. And then we're going to go in and try to make a stencil out of Scotch tape and to lay the stain down. Are you guys following? Also, these are the knobs that I picked out. They're kind of boring. They're just like little black ceramic knobs, and my living room is super, super, super colorful. And so although I really wanted to do color, I just couldn't like land on a colorful knob that would like flow well with my living room. Also, it was just difficult. So the black plus the dual stain situation is going to be visually appealing enough for me. Nope, that's not it. Again, the theme of this project is not perfect, but it'll do. I think this is a good size for my project. Let's see if the knob fits inside of it nicely. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. That's very cute. So the internet told me that if I run a blade around the edge of this shape, that it will create a barrier between the two stains so that they won't mix. So I'm gonna create a groove with this knife, and hopefully I'm not just like fucking this shit up. Cute, right? Okay, we're getting pretty close to the end. I'm about to go in with my wood finish, which I'm a little bit concerned about because the only brush that I have is the one that I used to put the stain on. And anyway, also the stars turned out pretty well. I had to sand some of the imperfections off, and I'm not staining the drawers because I like the contrast. And I think that if I used this color here, the stars would not show up very well. So it's gonna be like a 3-tone dresser. I did it all on my own. I did it. Truthfully, this was a lot easier than I was expecting. I thought I was gonna apply the stain and I was gonna realize that it takes a master to apply wood stain. And that simply was not the case, which is amazing because this looks great. I applied these little black ceramic handles and they're not the most exciting thing in the world, but I think it looks pretty good in here, all things considered. And I really appreciate you guys watching and hanging out with me. I always love hanging out with you. That's all from me. Au revoir.